Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to explain my idea for a book about LawFu. LawFu is a term that I kind of came up with when I was thinking about how you have a lot of people nowadays who are training in martial arts. I've never trained in it myself, but I have a lot of friends who've done it. And mixed martial arts, MMA, is especially popular. And I was thinking about how a lot of those skills you're never really going to use that often. It's kind of a worst case scenario. But there are ways that people do fight that don't involve punching and kicking each other. And so what I realized was that most of the time when people are fighting each other, it's through the use of the law. Either they'll threaten to sue somebody, or they will sue somebody, or they'll call the police on somebody. And I just thought it was strange that you had all these people training in martial arts when in reality they were far more likely to end up fighting somebody through the use of the law. And there's a really good analogy that I like to think about when I explain this to people. In the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is about Indiana Jones, there's this one scene where Indiana Jones is trying to escape from the Nazis with this girl he's with, and they're trying to get on this plane, and before they can take off with the plane, there's this big, mean-looking German soldier who comes out and tries to fight Indiana Jones. And Indiana Jones doesn't stand a chance, right? The soldier's huge. He looks a lot like Boss Rutan, who's a very popular fighter nowadays. And so Indiana Jones tries a bunch of tricks. I think he tries to kick the soldier in the groin, and then I think he throws sand in the soldier's face. But what ends up doing the soldier in is that the soldier has Indy on the ground, and it looks like Indy's luck is about to run out. And then the soldier forgets that there's a spinning propeller that's around both of them. And it's the spinning propeller that the soldier's not paying attention to that ends up, spinning up the soldier, and there's blood everywhere, and it looks pretty gory. And so it occurred to me that the law nowadays is very much like that spinning propeller that's spinning right next to you as you're fighting in a bar with some guy that looks like Boss Rutan. And so I thought it would be interesting to write a book that discusses the overarching similarities between fighting around the law in different situations. So for example, there are already books out on how to deal with the police and how to avoid getting arrested. And there are books out on how to do legal research if you're not a lawyer, how to research a particular issue. And there are books out about how the legal system works for people that are not lawyers. But I don't really think there's a book out that talks about if you were going to actually start a dojo training people in LawFu, what would you do? Right? What would be the skills that you'd be training? What would you be aiming to do? And how does the whole system work? What would you do if you were in a bar? What is legal? If you get upset at somebody, what can you do legally to make their life unpleasant? And I think those are interesting questions from an intellectual standpoint. I'm not a fighter. You can ask my friends. I'm not the kind of person that would use these skills. Mainly, I'm just interested in this from an intellectual standpoint. And so I'll write more in the text below the video. But if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm very flexible about the way that this goes.
I'll tell you first that I've been around. I've been a bouncer for many, many years. Bang, bang, bang! It's a street fight. Never look away from your opponent. Look, sir, I really don't want anything of this. And I go whoop, like this, and I slit your throat, and it's over and out. Everybody underestimates the kick in the groin.
Bye.